Hey folks, so I'm gonna do some cooking. It's about 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some cooking, and I've got my alcohol stove here instead of building a fire. And I've talked about this before. It's my old Esbit alcohol stove. And so I'm gonna light it here, get you back, set you forward so you can see what's going on. And got it lit. And then I made a little stand for it. And all this is coat hanger that I have made into a stand, and then I can make it into like a little tripod stand, but it can square out. And I've got that off of YouTube. I can't remember who the YouTuber was did this, but there's several of them that do it, and it makes like a nice decent stand for it. Candle for my candle lantern. Coffee. This is my cook kit, and I have little mini infernos for campfire from selfrelianceoutfitters.com. So it's quick fire if I need it. My spices in my test tubes. I've got them in little sterile tubes. I've got seasoned salt, I've got pork seasoning, got garlic salt, cayenne pepper, and then I have regular salt. A little chapstick. I'm my eating spoon. Yeah, it just slides forward. And there's my eating spoon. Ferro rod with magnesium, and it also has fat wood on the back. Bought this, I can't remember exactly where, but I've used it a little bit, but it actually works pretty good. I have a piece of aluminum foil for bacon if I got, fish, make a little oven. Then I have my pot. Now I'm just waiting on my stove to prime. So now what I'm doing is I've got, smoked sausage. I put this, what it is Uncle Ben's Creamy 4 Cheese Rice, and basically just eat and serve. Fairly light in the pack. Yeah, it makes a decent meal for 2 people. And then I'm going to slice up this sausage that we brought out here. Had it refrigerated and should have froze it, but because now it's warm, if we'd wait any longer it'd probably go bad. I'm putting this in here, cut into slices or dice it up or however you want to do it. Mix it around, add 2 tablespoons of water, and you can do it in a skillet. It makes a pretty decent meal. And you've got mashed potatoes, which I always carry with me. I always carry a pack of mashed potatoes regardless of where I go, just in case, because it never goes bad in the bag. They're the 4 cheese mashed potatoes by Idahoan. I always add that to it too to make it thicker, but I figure for what I'm doing, it ain't gonna hurt anything, and I could always heat up water and put it in there. But so that little stove stand is actually not bad. It's sturdy, it holds everything, and I've still got my heat going. Turn this to where the handle's more towards me, because the stove's primed. And I have my Kershaw knife. You use this for everything. I use this for cutting up food at home, carving, whittling, playing around. Keeps fairly good edge. I just have to straighten it every once in a while. Belt clip. I don't know what the handle's made of, micarta or something. Kydex. I don't have a clue, but it's really nice. Just flips out, locks back. I love Kershaw. It was a $25 knife, and can't go wrong by it. Then my trash, I'll burn it in a campfire later. just in case the wildlife and stuff like that. Just checking the heat and making sure everything's already starting to heat up. This alcohol burns pretty quick, pretty fast. So get it heated through, hold it for stability. And if I need to add a little more water, I add a little more water. And what I do is just spread these legs out just a hair bit more. There we go. Take some of my seasoned salt. Sprinkle the seasoned salt on there. And basically, you got a meal fit for 2 kings. Unless you like to eat a ton, then it's fit for 1 king. And because I know my son will be hungry later, I'll probably end up making those mashed potatoes anyway. Because he likes to eat like 2 kings. This here is just my Alpine stove by MSR, like 1.1 liters. Great for carrying everything. Love to carry my coffee in it. You know, all my spices. My alcohol stove nests real nice in there and doesn't take up any room. I could probably put more stuff in there, but I have food in there, I have coffee in there, my spices, ferro rod, just in case I forgot one. Drink some of this water. I add just a hair bit more water so it doesn't stick because all the water's evaporated out of it. It says add 2 tablespoons. I've probably added now about 3 tablespoons. Basically what this stuff is basically microwave and serve, but it has a stovetop instruction on it. Or you can do it in a skillet. And it's pretty well just pre-cooked rice. Takes about 90 seconds to make in the microwave, or it takes about 5 minutes on the stovetop, I figure. But with that stand, all I did was put heat shrink tubes on the bottom of it because their temperature, they have a high temperature rating for melting, so I figure if they come apart I could always put more on. It doesn't cost me anything. I've got a ton of them at the house. And it holds this pot with food in it, which is actually a really good deal. So, you know, and after I serve this up and put it in the canteen cups, I'll boil water on my canteen cup and make some mashed potatoes, and then we'll go to eating, and I'll see you back here in a minute when we're done.
That's what I was wondering.
So as you can see, we got a little bit. This is that Pathfinder cup. I mean, yeah, just a little bit. So we're gonna end up doing the potatoes, and we're gonna do some ramen. And but right now I'm boiling water. Right back on my stove stand. Ran out of alcohol, so I have this little bit of alcohol I have with me. I use about half of it, and then later on we'll start a fire and, you know, do all that. But as of right now, since it's still real hot, this is what we're doing. And we'll go for, yep, just making sure the alcohol stove is still lit. But we'll come back at you. So this is pretty simple. This is the mashed potatoes. I just boiled 2 cups of water, put a package of the Idahoan potatoes in, and it's supposed to do 4 servings. And so it's just a little dry, so I add just a little bit more water. Get it in here so it'll soak it up because it's warm, so it's just gonna soak it up. And then
He's a cook and a bushcrafter.
yep, cook and a bushcrafter. Yeah, it's not real hard to do packaged stuff, as most of you backpackers, bushcrafters, survivalists already know. But pretty well you're done. That's what you got. you know, for one package, and we'll eat again. And I will talk at you later whenever I go to build my campfire. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and I will talk at you later.